What am I willing to do? All right, y'all. I'm trying to find a place to go. I'm trying to see. Here we go. There it goes. Hold on. My signal is acting so terrible. And y'all know I hate going live on my phone. But my signal on my laptop is acting up. Now it's starting to surge. I'm trying to wait till it opens up on there. But I'm like, I can't keep them waiting. I'm 5 minutes late. I like to be late. It's a pajama jammy jam. Marianne, Mama Ann, how you doing? How you doing? How is your Sunday going? It's a PJJ, so I hope it's going good. I hope it's going good. Hit that crown, y'all. Don't forget to. Angie, how you doing, sis? Prayers and loves to everybody. How you doing? Susan says, how you doing? Happy PJJ to everybody. How you doing in the building? How are ya? Dana says, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I missed y'all yesterday. Did y'all miss me like I missed y'all? Did you? Did you miss me? Because I missed y'all. How's it going? Yes, happy Pajama Jammy Jam. So like I said, let me get situated because everything in my life is always giving me the flux. So today we will take the 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 live to my living room. So hopefully you all can hear me. I hope everybody can hear me. Hey, Joe B and Joe, how you doing? Maria, how you doing? Happy Pajama Jammy Jam. That's me dragging a chair. That's me, y'all. That's me. Because we're about to do a new position. Oh, I like to hear that. We're doing a new position. Okay. So I'm getting in front of my computer. My computer is letting me know, honey, I feel like working. So let me mute. We're about to bring in the other me. Oh, there we go. I'm back. And I'm back, y'all. And I'm back, y'all. And I'm biggity back because I'm back, y'all. In CB4, they say, I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm bliggity black because I'm black, y'all. And I'm bliggity black, bliggity black, blackity black, black. How is it going? StreamYard, you always running. How you doing? How's it? So much been going on, y'all. So much been going on. And it's so funny. I'll show y'all something going on the streets. Everybody, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy on here. It's crazy on her. Like, no, that's cray. It's what I see on her, y'all. It's been on fire. It's been on fire. Everybody warned. And I want to make a disclaimer because the other day I told y'all when I seen Marcella up on DYS, I just knew. I'm like, is she talking about hear her? Because it was so subliminal. I didn't know who she was talking about. Then yesterday I seen Sweet Pea live and I said, wait a minute. Guess she was talking about Sweet Pea because Sweet Pea busted it all out to the world. I said, wait a minute. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on around yonder? These streets on fire, Angie. They stay on fire. Stephanie, happy Pajama Jammy Jam. Dan, happy Pajama Jammy Jam. Welcome. It's Sunday. It's the Kingdom Day. The kings and the queens, they rest. The kings and the queens, they chill. The kings and the queens, they sit back and watch the fools. You know, that it's on our day. I mean, I do it Monday through Sunday, but you know, Sunday we gotta have a day. We gotta have a day, so why not be Sunday? Why not before the top of the week? Why not? So yes. U.S. Navy value doing sis. Ooh, making them something to eat. You know, I want to know what it is. Did y'all see my little tuna thing I made last night? I'm gonna call it a quick, easy, under $20 meal. And it was quick. It was fire. It was fire. It was delicious. All I used was a little mushrooms. I used portobello mushrooms. I cut Brussels sprouts in half. So it's Brussels sprouts, portobello mushrooms, garlic, jalapeno peppers, and here's the secret, y'all. Don't tell nobody I told you this. There was shredded almonds in there. Woo! Jeez. It was good, y'all. And red onion. We can't leave out the red onion because it was up in there. It was up in there. We put a little olive oil up in there. And we seasoned the vegetables, you know what I'm saying? But we seasoned it with that Mediterranean seasoning, hunty, which was off the chain. And it came with 3 packs of it. I got to give me a couple more boxes of that stuff, honey. It's delicious. It's delicious. I thought how good it would be on some roasted red potatoes. Oh, my God. And maybe like some zucchini. And, that's a whole nother story. And then I just added some packs of tuna. Not cans of tuna. I added those packs of tuna. Bumblebee. Bam. Jalapeno tuna. It was delicious. It was delicious. But don't get me started on food, y'all. because y'all know I go there with the food. So let's talk about these heifers and these people on this line, honey. This week was on fire. Jag and TJ broke up for real, I guess. And now they going at war with each other. And Jag is the only person I know who will sit and tell everybody business, including their whole government name, and then be like, don't dare say nothing about her. Anyway, so yes, Sparks, Tink Tink in DYS. Oh my God, they into it again. But DYS says she's taking a stand. She done. She want nothing to do with Sparks. It's over. That went on this week. John gave a shitty ass apology to Maria and all them this week. I mean, if y'all heard it, it was like, oh, woe is me. I did nothing. Oh my God, me. And then it was like, oh, and by the way, bitches, I'm sorry. Y'all remember that? That happened this week too. What else went on this week? Y'all remind me in the chat, it's been a busy week. I might forget some crap. I might forget some of the crap. I got to go watch Bombshells because I heard they talking about old flea mask. Y'all know, Scambers lover. They were talking about him. I said, girl, it's been busy this week. What else, y'all? What I miss? Well, you just found out what it is because I want to find it out. Gamecock Jenny, hello. How you doing? Happy Sunday. It's a pajama jammy day for us. It's when the bosses chill. They sit back and we talk about the crap. We encourage each other to go into the week. So by the end of the day, see, early, we just talk about the crap all week. That's the first live on a pajama jammy Sunday. Okay? Because we don't come over here. I ain't got to shit on you. We ain't come over here to this. We can't talk about it. I want to talk about it. Like, it was a weird week this week. Not a weird week. It was a YouTube week. The tube was tubing. This week. And honey, it was tubed on fire. It was on fire this week. It was on fire. Yesterday, I'm like, dang, it was on fire. Oh, yeah, Terry Lynn is on fire. Terry Lynn went live. I didn't even get to see hers because I was too busy. Listen to me, y'all. I was too busy trying to see the crowd control right outside my house. We had 200 shorties celebrating a birthday party. I said, what the hell? What the hell? And it turned, because see, when you got 200 people in the room, if 2 people start fighting, it becomes chaos. That's why when you go to parties and events and concerts, the police are there for crowd control, honey. Because in case one person starts, it's going to start a whole bunch of shit. That ain't, so you got to be careful. Don't have no party with 200 people unless you're in an event. If I'm at an event, it's going to be ugly secured. Like, we're not going to have none of that. Like, we ain't coming to fight. We came to party. If you came to a party looking for people to fight, you a fool. That's like me going to these chats. Y'all ain't never gonna catch me going to none of these people chat to go talk shit to them. I got a platform. Y'all gonna never have me going on a chat to discuss something with a loser, with a racist, with somebody who lie all day. Why? So they can lie to me and lie on me? Girl, I wish I would. You're never gonna have me watching a live where they talking about me all through the live. Why? Because I don't care. How about that? If I cared, I'd listen. If I believed anything came out their mouth, I'd care. I don't. I just don't. I don't. Yeah, that's my sister. TLC alive? TLC alive right now? Let me send her a text or something dirty. Just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what friends do. I ain't gonna send her what somebody's saying. Girl, I'm gonna send her something funny. Y'all think when Queen Tulsa, that was one of the things happening this week. Queen Tulsa stood up and told us it was her birthday, and she saluted us with her flag, if you know what I'm saying. What kind of week are we having? A YouTube week. It's YouTubing on the tube. Yes. Sorry, I just seen a message from Tina. Oh, I was harassing TL. I didn't know she was still alive. I think it's on Dirty Center. Right now I'm tired. I just thought it was on Dirty Center. Hold on, y'all. Send it to watch it. It's time to say good morning, How can you not say good morning to your friend, the right way? Oh, I just want to make sure. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. beautiful. That's a perfect picture of Sunday. Sorry, guys. Daisy, how you doing? Oh, I'm so glad you're over it. How are you feeling, Joe being Joe? uh, YouTube and too much will give you its own virus. It's a virus in action. You better watch out. You better watch out. This ain't the one I want to see. I got a better one on there. There we go. Yeah, like I said, wait, what is going on this week? What is going on? Oh, thank you. Let me tell y'all something. One of the things I love sometimes when you think about how bad you ever been or how wrong you ever felt about you or whatever it is, when you could come to a place of peace and people can actually see it and they saying things that sometimes you thought nobody ever said that about me, or you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to think it's perfection because sometimes it's the loss that taught you how to win. It's the bad that made me good, for real. It's the fact that I can look at what's really going on. And like I told you, I've been through every era you could be through in my 43 years on earth. I've had times when, because I was so confused about with my father, I disliked the LGBT community completely. I had no respect, no understanding, nothing. But I had to go through that phase to get understanding. Through that getting, I got understanding. I had a phase when I was so militant, you couldn't hold a conversation with me about anything positive about Caucasians. I've been through the storm. So like I tell people, I'm honestly speaking from a place of honesty. I know what it's like to feel like that. I know what it's like to think like that. I do know that. I do. I've been in a place where losing my nephew and his sadness made me drink as a youngster to fight that. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God I was never a stumbling drunk. I was never passing out nowhere. I thank God I was never taken advantage of in those times. I thank God, but I just used to drink to the point where I could just make it through the day and not think about the hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. So like I tell people, I come from a real place and I'm not judging nobody. So one of the things y'all notice, it'll be like, well, Danny, how are you talking about such and such and you were over there? Because see, through that get understanding and I didn't judge you for it. I was actually there still being respectful. But if you dare come for me, you know what I'm saying? In a way, like I'm not going to hurt you with these derogatory things. I'm just going to hurt you with what you did. That's going to hurt you hearing the truth. The truth hurts. It hurt worse than a lie. You can't lie on me and hurt me. Only thing that'll hurt me is the people who choose to believe it that should know better. That might hurt me, but it'll just show me who they are. Through that getting, I get understand and show me who you are, and I believe you. You know what I mean? Oh, she had a redhead stepchild on her panel. It's lots of blessings to be thankful for. Like I said, some of these people come on here and they so busy telling about the people they hate on here and what the people did. What do you got that you're grateful for, though? Like, what do you got that you like? What do you got that's okay for you? What do you got that, make you happy? My grandkids make me happy. The fact that my children could be somewhere worse than they not because of the way society is, it makes me happy. The blessing of having the people I love so much that are still here, because I've lost ones I love so much, but that are still here. I count that as a blessing. The fact that I can still move and groove and in my right mind is a blessing. Like the rest of the stuff is lessons. You know what I'm saying? I know my blessings, and I know that's just how I feel. I think of like when I think of YouTube, whenever I think of YouTube and I get frustrated that we are living in a box. I get frustrated that we are still sitting around promoting liars and racists and hooking up with your enemies. Like that makes stuff better. It doesn't. So that'll frustrate me. But like I said, other than that, I think of the good things. I think of the women. I'm gonna stop for the women right now. Like I said, I have, as a woman, the one person, I tell you, I got more male friends. Like even when I name my best of friends I've had 25 years, it's only gonna be a couple of women in that. But there's gonna be about 20 men who for 25 years, no relationship, they have been my friend. They have been my brother. They have been my homie. You know what I'm saying? So for years, I'm like, oh, chicks, they just messy. They jealous. They insecure. This. And I'm a woman. Not been insecure, but I never took it out on my insecurity made me do wrong to myself. Like made me
start to hate yourself. It didn't have me out there hating on chicks. I ain't never been jealous. Oh, she look better. Oh, she's thinner. Oh, her boobs are more perkier. I ain't never looked at no chick and thought like that. Never. Ever. 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 I grew up tomboy, so automatically you're a lesbian. And I used to tell people, shouldn't I be a lesbian when I'm sleeping with women? Can I do that to be a lesbian? Like, do I have to be a lesbian because you think I'm rough? I'm rough because when my life was invaded, I got tough. I got zero nonsense about me. I learned I never let nobody take nothing from me because they took my innocence and you could never get it back. So for me, what they call mannish is more like just protecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my protector. That's why when we get into it, oh, she came out so like a dude, and it came like a dude. You know why? Because when I was hurt, I decided men got it easier by just holding a demeanor. Like, look at men, we always begging men, show your emotion, do this, do that. And they be hurting, but they just act like they're fine. So I just started fronting like the fellas I knew. Because see, when I was sitting talk to my fellas, and it'd be me and them, they told me how they was hurting. They told me the relationships they had with their mother or their father, or the lack of a relationship with their mother or their father, the woman that hurt them. So they hurting just like us. They just cover it. So I just learned to mask myself like them. I learned to front like I didn't care like them. That's it. I just learned to be like that. I said, well, hey, if that's what's winning, it's a man's world. So I guess I'll just be like that. But then I look sometimes at my women and be like, girl, why are you selling yourself so short? Why are you doing this for a man? But I realize because we need to come together. Women will talk about each other like, oh, she stinks, she this, she that. Why ain't women going out telling each other how to clean themselves the right way and stop using all these things that throw off their pH balance? Why can't we have that conversation? Why is it women want to make fun of women who have children and aren't married and they in shitty marriages? Like, or you know what I'm saying? Or your husband don't do them kids like that. He there. He paying some bills. Tell him to name me the last two teachers. You know, name them to me off the top of his head. Because see, some mothers, they can have 5 jobs. They're going to name me every teacher, what time they did this. You know why? Because they had no choice but to know. They're the one talking to the teacher. Why would I not know your teacher's name? But some of these men live right in the house with a kid. And they be like, oh, what's his teacher's name? That's going to drive me crazy. The signal just buffered. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? But anyway, I apologize about that. I have no idea what is going on with the Wi-Fi today. It's the Wi-Fi. I keep acting up, I'll just go back to my phone. It's that simple. But yeah, like I said, so with the fellas, so when I came in here, I've met some great women. And I'm not going to let the bad heifers on here make me not see the queen. That's why we wear crowns around here. Because like I said, I can get Dougie. I can take this whole crown. I can get Dougie in the crown. How about that? I don't got to take my crown out for nothing I do. Any behavior I do is royal behavior. You better believe that. So good, bad, indifferent. It's going to be royal behavior. And just because you call it bad, don't make it bad. It might not be the right way. It might not be the way you do it. Is that my Mare Bear? How you doing, Mare Bear? How you doing, sis? Happy PJJ Sunday. So yeah, so when I think about it, even in the mess, I'm like, I've met some good women. And I don't think nobody perfect because I'm not perfect. So if y'all waiting for me to think you perfect, it's never going to happen. If y'all waiting for me to be like, oh, the only reason I like her is because she ain't never made a mistake. Because people will kill me. But, well, you be nice and such. Did you know they did this? Yeah, I did. Then they be shocked. You did? You knew? I'm very observant. I'm going to peep it before you peep it. It's going to always be me saying, oh, I know I told you that person was this a year ago. And you said, no, they not. And I left it there. I left it there. Because one thing I know is time will show off. Everything done in the dark comes to the light. Stephanie. Yes, that's it. Think about the great women you've met. And some of them you might have fell out with them before. Because you was getting caught up in the circumstance. You was getting caught up in what Betty is getting into it with him about. Girl, I don't care what you get into. Everybody you know, let me tell you something. Every person you know, there's somebody who don't like them. Every person. The people you love the most. It could be your husband, your wife. I guarantee you there's somebody who don't like them. Who cares? Who cares? But this whole like, It's one thing not to like somebody, and it's another thing for somebody to have evil ways, and I just don't want that in my life. Those two different things. Them two different things. That's why even when we over here, I try my best, even if I'm speaking about somebody and other people like them, I want them to know I'm not saying that I judge you for liking them. I'm stating my claim. I'm stating why I can't. That's why I tell people, no, if you've ever dogged me out on this here internet, we can never talk. Because I'm not interested in anything you have to say. Because when you had a chance to talk to me, because let me tell you something, if anybody, disclaimer, have a problem with me, you want to speak to me about it, I'm open. We don't have to come up here on the internet and speak to me. But if you just want to have if you only want to do it here, I know you only want to show. And I'm not here to puppet with nobody. I'm not. I'm not here to stoop low with you. We not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not here to do it with you. You can do that shit with the other goofies that do it. Danny don't. I move like a boss. And I move in such a way that what you'll learn is more people gonna copy what I'm doing than you'll ever see me copy what somebody's doing. I'm a leader. I am a leader. It don't make me better than nobody. I'm just a leader because I'm consciously aware. I'm not better than anybody else. I see some strong women. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to my mods, because see, if I'm gonna brag about my mods. My mods are very strong women. I respect them all in a crown, their crown. I do. They have beautiful spirits. You know, I'm not gonna talk about how we fight. I'm talking about your spirit. The real thing that is you, the core of you, and their spirits, their energy. I have much respect for them. If they think, to all my mods, if you think you have respect for me, you have no idea the respect I have for you. I admire you. I salute you. I've sat and talked to all of you. And when I hear the stories or I know what you're going through, I really salute the crown. So you ain't never going to get me to stop. Let me tell y'all something. On the 3rd of the month, there's nothing to tell y'all about my mods. I respect them all year round. I respect my mods so much. And I understand, like, one of the things about me, I'm going to respect, like, I didn't even know Terry Lynn was still alive. But Terry Lynn, no, I got a rule. If it's been more than 5 or 6 hours, it's okay if somebody else is. We got to share our airways because no matter what, it's 200 million people out here. So we can share these airways all day. But the thing, when I think about if one of my friends are live or one of the people I support are live and I'm live at the same time, I think I want to be over there. I would like to be over there watching it. So that's me. That's just a me thing. So I'm always going to share because I can't watch everything at once. I can't watch everything today. So I share a lot. I share a lot of people's posts. I share a lot of people's videos. That's my support and that's my love for them and their channel and their kingdom. But yeah, my mods, please. My mods are, I love my mods so much. I really do. I love my mods so much that right now, y'all know I'm a person of numbers. I'm a person of numbers, and I love you too. I really do. Hey, Rakin. Salute the Rakin. You know I love your name, and I love Rakin. Rakin, they got something with Rakin. They got something with me. But y'all know I don't have to go stand up because I like bosses. I know they gonna brag. They got it. I stand on the side of them, let them know I'm always with them. No matter what they saying, don't think Danny flexed on you. Because if Danny ain't messing with you, y'all know I say it. I ain't afraid to say you're trash. Yeah, I ain't worried if you think I'm trash. You might think I'm trash. You might say she always got some weave and I have a different color. They might say, girl, she got her hair shaved and I wouldn't do that. They might say, girl, you see them tattoos, she got 5-point stars on her body. They might tell you that, but I told you that first. I told you who I was first. What they gonna shake and break me with? I was on a whole documentary where I was considered homeless. Though we were living in our house. We might have been in foreclosure and we should have moved out. But you can actually stay there until it's over. And I did. Not ashamed of it. Anything that I did that I ever was ashamed of in my life is nothing you could say because there was a time when it beat my whole brain up. So what you gonna do? Then he said in the motel, oh, that made me bad. No, it got me to see that America is suffering. Americans are suffering. So you heard me, huh? Who gonna hurt me, boo? Who? I got one of the best things you could have on a team, and that's God. He knows my name. He knows my heart. So if nobody else do, I'm good. Because like I told y'all, I didn't come in here looking for clout. I got it. Can't y'all tell by how I move? I didn't come in here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come in here looking for validation. I'm validated. Stamped and delivered. Honey. Sealed, signed, stamped, delivered. I am. I didn't come on here for friends, but I've made some. So I'm blessed because I didn't come on here for friends, but I made some. Papa P. You cannot, hold on, y'all. Papa P, you cannot look at yourself in the window and then think that's another dog. That is you, Papa P. Oh my God, Jesus. Unlike everybody else, before I came on YouTube, I watched all these content creators put their dogs in kennels so that the audience wasn't disturbed by their bark. I watched content creators be mad because their animals were just being animals. Bump that. I came on here and said, y'all just gonna see Nino for his full thing. I muted when he barked. But if y'all think I'm gonna be caging him, silencing him, hiding him in a room, I'm not. You gonna know my baby. You know what I learned? Everybody love Nino. I think they like him more than me, y'all. Hold on, let me talk to him. They like you more than me. Give me a kiss. Bye-bye. Give me a kiss, bud. Give me a kiss. Baba, come give me a kiss. Watch this. Baba, don't you want a treat? Dang. Bubba, you want a treat? No, Bubba, give me my slipper. Bubba, give me the slipper. Welcome to my world. Bubba, here, give it to me. Give it to me now. Here, give it to me. No. Okay, look at this dog. Bubba. Bubba, Jill, give it. Let it go. Let his head go. Oh. Pajama Jammy Sunday? Pajama Jammy? That's what I get on a Pajama Jammy Sunday. See? See, that's what I'm talking about. This real life around here. It's real bugging going on. Do y'all see these 187s going on around me? Huh? Y'all want to talk about the streets? Y'all want to talk about the streets? Look at this. This is my street. My street real rough. My street get real gutter. Y'all want to have this happen to you? You come through here, this will happen. Nino eats the fluffy out of you. Come through here. Come through this side of town and get your fluffy took out. Get your fluffies out. Get them hanging. We hang them around here. We let them go. We let them ride around here. Let me find out somebody coming through here talking crap. Nino, get them. Get them. Tear out the insides. Now, how am I supposed to ever put this on my foot? It's pajama. Redheaded, you just came up in here and it's going down. It's going down. It's violent on these YouTube streets. Check out what my dog just did. A whole 187. This is how we get down. You don't want, I'm going to have to blur this out. One of my mods, please put trigger warning up in here. It goes down. I don't want Peter coming for me. It goes down around here. It goes down around here. Don't let nobody tell you Danny ain't out here. Oh, my guts falling out. Guts falling out. That's how we get down. If you want your cotton out, come around here. Come to Death Row. Come over to Death Row. We ain't got no dancing bears. We taking bears' stomachs out around here. We taking them out. Sorry, Redheaded, you had to come into this kind of drama. You know what I'm saying? This kind of gangsterism going on these YouTube streets. Yeah, you do it. When I heard that, I said, oh, it's done. The bear is done. Like, the bear is over. He's gone. And all the cotton he had in him is gone. Raking, this is what I'm talking about. They want to talk about these heifers, and I'm over here living in the real, I'm living in the real struggle. I'm living in the real streets, the real hood, where dogs are tearing up shoes. If your neighborhood ain't got dogs tearing up shoes, you're not living up in the hood like me. I'm in the hood of YouTube. YouTube, it go down. 187s while I'm live, and they can't even take my video down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe B and Joe, it's hard out here. It's hard out here for a creator. It's slippers. When you get anything that's cotton and fuzzy, that's so we used to give him like big stuffed animals to play with. I mean, Nino be rolling around with a 2-foot bear, but what we learned was anything that's made like that is now in the danger zone. So he's halfway to the danger zone. Look at him. Don't he look innocent? Don't he look innocent? What if y'all saw him at my window eating? He's just chilling. Oh, fluffy cam. Uh-oh, fluffy cam. I'm going to get out of it. It's just a fluffy cam. the fluffster is talking. He's letting you know, Rakin, I'm fluffy. You know what I'm saying? Real thugs around here. Real thugs around here. Hey, Jules, I got a friend. Look at my friend. You don't want my friend to pull up? Because he pulls up. Yeah. He ain't wasting no paper. He got cotton. Calm down, little fella. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get him off of here because he's gonna end up catching me a YouTube case. I mean, come on, we gotta get this money. We gotta get this money, okay? Who gonna put your cotton back? Who? Who's stuffing you in? Me. I'm going on to surgery with him tonight. I'm gonna perform it tonight. I am Doogie Howser tonight. Okay? No, I'm not Dr. McStuffy. Why do you want me to be Dr. McStuffy? Just because she's stuffing stuffed animals? I want to be Doogie Howser. I grew up on Doogie. So I want to be Doogie, okay? Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I had to film this. I'm sorry that somebody's going to be watching and saying, man, Danny over there just straight gang banging with the animals. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to be talking about, how rough it is out here. Dang, Angie, I'm sorry. It's Pajama Jammy. It's a Pajama Jammy Sunday. He ain't fluffy no more. Now it's just the pieces of a shoe. I put my foot in there. Look at this. I can pull out all of them. Look at this. He's done. Now he's a puppet. He was a slipper. Now I'm going to turn him into my new... Nino, this is my new co-host. Yeah. And I promise you, Nuno, we're suing. We are suing. I'm sorry, y'all. From now on, it's me and him. I done had my grandbaby cat trying to take over my channel. I done had Nino just commit a crime on my channel. They trying to get me shut down. Trying to get me a strike. I'm sorry. To my mods, y'all know I'm sorry. I try not. Y'all know I'll be trying to come up on his Sunday. I don't want to be committing no crimes on Sunday. Monday, maybe. Tuesday, definitely. Wednesday, it's kind of tossed up. It's the middle of the week. Thursday, for sure. Friday, who don't? Saturday, I get ready to rest. And Sunday, I rest. Don't judge me. That's my YouTube behavior. It's just what goes on. What? Wait, somebody hurt you. You were for sale to the highest bidder. Who? Who was for sale? Fluffy? Wait, what happened? I need to know about it. Don't leave us in the dark, Joe. I need to know. Who's selling my friends? Anybody on here? Because I'm for the people. All the people. Y'all know I'm an animal lawyer on YouTube. I'm for the people on and off YouTube. And I'm definitely for the stuffies. I'm for the stuffies all day, ambulance. You just missed it. The stuffy. What did the stuffy do, ambulance? How about what did Nino do? Had intestines everywhere. This was a slipper. Now it's a puppet. That's what happened, ambulance. And this all happened on camera. Yeah. Right now I'm thinking about pressing charges on Nino, but I'm like, it's Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. It depends. It depends. What? You see what's going on? Yeah. That well, half the things that these people don't hear do is lie. They lie for shock value. I ain't never seen so much lying in my life. I'm like, are we in a courtroom? There's a lot of lying going on. Is Nino in the corner? Where is he at? Somewhere probably. Look at him, the guilt all in his face. Hold on, look at him. Look at him, guilty. He's guilty. Look at him, just guilty. Don't that look like a guilty dog? I mean, you ever seen a dog that guilty in your life? I did. Him. He's guilty. He can't explain what he did to me. Cree, how you doing? I'm glad you missed it. He does. And I would be his lawyer, but it's kind of hard for me to defend him as Stuffy. It's real hard. And it's real hard to defend what was on camera. So, I can't defend him. you know. So it's up to me to press charges. Me and Stuffy. It's up to me and Stuffy to press charges. And Stuffy's kind of tossed because he's a little nervous. He's a little nervous at the little bit of insides he has left. Nino's gonna no Stuffy. Isn't he? He's so cute even when he's bad. That's why I always say he's so bad. He's good. He's good in bed. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. First he's sour, then he's sweet. Then you eat another one. I mean, he's just like that. Goodness. Right. He already did. He said he pleading the F-I-F. He is pleading it. He just wagged his tail in confirmation. He trying to make this a violent channel. I said, no need. We're on here saving the fluffies. See how he took me off the game? I think he working for some of these YouTubers. The other day I caught him watching a live of one of the people we be talking about. And I said, Nino looked like he was really listening. His tail was wagging in agreement. Ain't this how YouTubers do? His tail, the other day my dog was watching you and I seen his tail wag. And so I was like, you're not getting no treat this week. Catch you wagging your tail in agreements with these heifers. Don't. We're not playing. It's Pajama Jammy Sunday. We came to kick it. We came to tear the roof off. We don't need no water. Let that burn. Burn, my love. Ooh, burn. You jamming. Sorry, we got to do that later. We'll do that later. That's right. I stand for what's right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Even if I like you, I'll tell you, no, that was wrong what you did. For real. Still love you, but you know you was butt stank wrong. So you know when you're talking about that wrong shit, you know I ain't gonna be nowhere around. But it was wrong. And when I don't mess with you and it's wrong, I'm still gonna say it's wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna say, yeah, y'all, what I did, y'all might like it because y'all didn't like the person, but I was wrong. I don't care I was wrong, but I was wrong. Thank you, sis. Mugshot Nina. Hold on. Hey, mommy. Hold on, my mom. Hey, mom. Sorry. Well, I'm live, and Nino just committed a crime on the live. He just tore a slipper in half. So now I'm defending the slipper. Yes, I'm defending the slipper. Yes. It wasn't Nino. The slipper seems to make difference. Oh, I see Nino has a lawyer, people. And it's my mom. Johnny Cochran just called and took over Nino's case. She said the stuff he did it to himself, it was on camera. His ear is still covered in Nino's drool. They're trying to take us down on camera. Nino's lawyer's on my phone. Mother, I'm going to have to call you back with my Fuzzy's lawyer, which is me, online. So when I get off the line, me and Fuzzy's lawyer will be FaceTiming you. And when you see this pitiful Fuzzy face, he's real depressed because he's had to live in torture with Nino for the last 2 months. You calling it a 180 slipper? Mommy, I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here, Mommy. You will not do that to us. Bye. Love you. Jesus. Sorry, guys. See, once again, on camera. They're trying to take me down. Is my mom working with these heifers? Somebody tell me. I think my mom's working with them. I think so. Somebody let me know. Let me know. Guys, Right, it's the ghost of Johnny. And he got into my mom because she got on the phone. She wasn't even talking about nothing. I said what happened, and suddenly she became a lawyer. She's spitting out laws to me about how the slipper shouldn't have been on the floor. Where do you put your slippers? You know what I'm saying? Where do slippers go? I don't believe in putting my slippers in a cage. Why would I cage my slippers? I'm sorry, y'all had to win this thing. Oh my God, Raking. The next special you got to do, I want to see it on that. I want to see it on that. Oh my goodness, ambulance, I'm telling you. And I love Johnny Cochran till he just got up in my mom. Just like when he come in here. Because see, it'd be a lot of Johnny Cochrans up in these chats. Y'all done seen it before. Y'all ever been in a chat and somebody come in? You're not even talking about their favorite. You said one word with their favorite name in it. Okay? You said one word. I said, be quiet. Here come one of the Johnny Cochrans. Oh, you don't know nothing about her. All you do is talk about it all day. You be like, wait a minute. I was saying be quiet. She don't own the word be. You know what I'm saying? I could be saying biatch. You know what I'm saying? I could be saying B-E-B. You know what I'm saying? Beware. Because. You know what I'm saying? But on the YouTube, here come the Johnny Cochrans. They come in your comments with a whole thesis on a person. You're like, why are you giving me a thesis on another content creator? Don't you think I watch them? And have y'all ever noticed that the people that defend people the most don't seem to know what they've done? They only know what they said. So when he be like, well, I remember when he grabbed me by my jacket, threw me down a flight of stairs. I'm like, I didn't know that. Here's the video. I've never seen that. Well, baby, before you start Johnny Cochran for somebody, I think you should look into him. Because let me tell you something. If you think Johnny Cochran didn't know who O.J. Simpson was, and if you think that Johnny Cochran did, but see, that's a good lawyer for you. I don't find what you did wrong. I found what they did wrong to get you off. Anybody who's gotten off for a case and they were guilty is because of something the legal system did wrong, something the court system did wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's it. So stop, Johnny Cochran, because I know what you do. Even though Geronimo is the case that made me love Johnny Cochran, even though the Geronimo case is way before me. And you know what I'm saying? Not way before me. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, even if it happened in 83, I would still be too young to really understand it. But like I said, I got mad respect. And then Johnny Cochran, also another big case that made me love him was there was a girl walking with her baby through a mall parking lot, you know, like walking through, crossing a little road. Somebody ran through what should have been a stop sign there. They ran through it and they end up killing the young lady. And Johnny Cochran took on that case. And he got a closed amount of money for her family, which will never bring that young lady back. And he also got a stop sign put in there inside of this, because there was many accidents before this young lady. There was many reasons why they should have been more, you know, but yeah. So Johnny Cochran, I don't know, I have respect. And then Johnny Cochran's law firm was here in Chicago. So, you know, I was excited. You know what I mean? Please. That's when I still was, that's when I still wanted to go to law school. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was still in that place in my life of wanting to do that. But I was also in a place in my life where I was going to let my learning curves hold me back. Mm-hmm. My opinion in the system is very flawed. The system is very flawed. So our judicial system is flawed. Our healthcare system is flawed. Our educational system is flawed. How we think in a democracy where it's for the people, by the people, is flawed. It's flawed. It's all flawed. And us, the people, have allowed it to stay flawed. Because if we do something that helps us all, it helps us all. And when it comes to healthcare, education, and the judicial system, to me, it should be all as one. And it's not. It's not. And it's sad. Hit that crown. Do not forget to subscribe and share. Hit the notification bell when you're up in there. But we don't hit like buttons. We hit crowns. Because it just let me know I was in the building because I wanted to be. I'm never going to tell you to hit the dislike button because I waste your time. But if you do, that's what you do. But I'm never going to be one promoting that and promoting that. And I'm not going to be on here having a hit the like. How many times we got to tell somebody something? Just like every day, I'm not going to tell you. Guys, whatever you do, let's not use words we shouldn't, guys. Guys, you know what? To mess up the... No, I'm going to let y'all be adults and see what you're going to do. Govern yourself. Govern yourself. Mm-hmm. Putting it mildly. Yes, it's flawed. It is flawed. Reggie said I'm deflecting. Bubba's not guilty. Guilty. Bubba's guilty. But we love him so much that he goes from guilty to innocent with me in the same breath. But did you all notice I said, Bubba, give me a kiss, then he went and tore that shoe up? Why? Why? Because he knows it's Pajama Jammy Sunday. I just kicked off my shoes and relaxed my feet and partied on down to the escape beat, and he tore it up. See, I be on the stand snitching. on Bubs. But then I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be two people on the stand because I'm gonna be the one snitching on Bubba, and then I'm gonna be the same person come with same purple hair and be like, Bubba didn't do it. He's innocent until proven guilty, and he'll never be proven guilty because he's innocent. There was Mother Teresa, then there was Bubba. Okay. Let me tell you something. Mother Teresa is one of the greatest living things in my lifetime to me. I'm sorry. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you. Mother Teresa, in a world of what the world is, gave more love. And like she is, like I told y'all, I am a mixture of a bunch of people. I am Malcolm X. I am Martin Luther King. I am Medgar Evers. I am John F. Kennedy. I am Mother Teresa. I am, you heard me, I am Marcus Garvey. I am so many, and I put them all together to make a world-round thing of change. I am a bunch of things. I am a person who believes we should not have parties. Because if it's for the people, here's the thing. If your party only helps you, then the other party loses. If that party helps them, then the other. So I want Americans to win. I want to know when you walk in the hospital and everybody else walk, we're getting the same attention. I want to know that you are not pumping me with disease and illness. I want to know that when I go up in front of the court, that we all gonna get a speedy trial, that we all gonna get a jury of our peers for real. I want to know that the judge ain't catching kickbacks. I want the whole damn Supreme Court to be fired and we get some whole new mofos up in there. This is me. This is D. Because all I've seen in my whole 43 years on earth is Americans suffer. I've watched us suffer. And not just blacks, I've watched us suffer. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Because if I didn't have this stance, I couldn't love people for who they were, not what they were. If I didn't have this stance, I could only see me and mine and our struggle and our pain. But when I see a whole nation in pain, when I see a whole nation sick and medicated, when I see a whole nation filled with drug addicts and drunks, when I see a whole nation where every one of us knows somebody or had it ourselves, cancer, I know that somebody's doing something to all of us. In my opinion. Crazy how you're doing, in my opinion. You know, allegedly. Oh, you're darn breezy, but that's the truth. If education is key, then why do some schools have computer labs and some have 7 computers? Shouldn't they all have a computer lab or 2? If that's the way the world is going to all computers, then they all should be trained in that. Education should be equal. Healthcare should be equal. Just in my opinion. Our judicial system should be equal. If it's what governs the states, then govern them all under what, like I said, when you turn in crime, when the police turn in their crimes at the end of the year, there's only 7 crimes. There's only 7 categories. Every crime goes under 7 categories. Just like every race is on the 3 races. Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and I always say Negrozoid, but it's like, I always mess up the word. But those are only 3. There ain't no other race. Them 3. Those are the 3. It's only 7 crimes. Every crime goes into one of these 7 categories. You think I'm lying? Go look them up. Go look it up. See if it's more than 7. Tell me it's more than 7 categories. And tell me what they are. Tell me what they are. Yeah, some kids have iPads and some have Android little things. They should all have iPads. In some inner cities where they got the iPads for winking, all those schools were robbed. Antifa. They're coming. Who's allowing it? The same people who allowed the claim. The same, it's the same place. I ain't left the country. I'm still here. But can't even talk this much about political stuff because people will catch defense. I'm trying to win for all of us. I don't care what race you are, what your finances is. At the end of the night, if America starts starving, like when we have depression and stuff, the whole country suffers. And only the elite win. And only the rich get richer. Every time America has suffered, people who weren't suffering before became part of the suffrage. So when we lose together. If somebody come in here and invade America, they're not going to pause on the rich folk. They're not going to say, hold on, is this where the Republicans live? Oh, wait, is this where the Democrats live? No, they're going to attack our country as a whole. So we must come together in this here country. Because what built this here country was us coming together from all these differences, and they separated that. They said, oh, no, don't you be nice to each other. I need y'all to hate each other. But we're going to put on all your money, united we stand, and divided we fall. But yet we will divide. And that's why our nation is falling. That's why y'all go look at these other countries. Countries that used to be scared of us are making jokes about us right now. We are the definition of what you don't want your country to be. That's not good, people. That's not good. That's not good. It makes American people vulnerable for other countries to attack us. And we must know that. So while we sitting on here trying to figure out these people on the internet, the world is crumbling before you. And at the rate it's going, we will be in a World War III. And everybody knows that at the end of the third one, there is no America no more. We got to get it together. Because they told us before already what the next war would do. So the fact that we even thinking about being that close to it, we should really think about it. Because the third war is bigger. It's all of them combined. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. We don't need that. So I'm for the people. All of them. All of them, even the ones who don't want to be for me. I didn't do it for them. I'm doing it because it's what's right. That's how I feel. It's supposed to be the human race. Because one thing we all got in common is if your heart stops tomorrow, my heart stops tomorrow, we die. If that brain ain't functioning right, it won't lift our arms and hands and we won't walk and move. We have more in common than we have not. All of us, our blood turned blue when it hit the surface because it ain't red. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're human. We are human, made up of the same body parts. And even when those body parts, when we were born and they didn't work right, they put in artificial ones. They made things that could make it because we all need the same thing. You need lungs, I need them. You need kidneys, I need them. We can both live off one, both of us. All of us. You got a brain up in your head? Me too. Matter of fact, all around the world, they all got one. Whether they're using it to its fullest, none of us use our brain to full capacity. Here's what we got to know. Most of us use 20% of our brain. We're not even using the whole brain and all these great things it can do. We let our brain hold us down. It keeps us sicker, madder, depressed. That's human nature. We're human. When I lose people, I'm sad and I'm hurt. When this world is mad, I'm angry and I want to fight. You too. Might want to fight over different things, but we get the same. We're human. We're human. There's not a woman who gave birth who didn't either get her belly cut open to take it out or it came out her vaggie. Not one. Not one brought it out their mouth. Not one lifted up their arm and they cut up under their arm and brought the baby out. Not one of them sat on the toilet and pooped it out. For every man that made a baby, the sperm came from semen. So even when you go to an artificial bank, they're still using semen. Every child has 23 chromosomes of their daddy, whether he was in their life or not, because it's science. Every baby that was in somebody's belly started off a little girl because it's scientifically proven. That's how you get hermaphrodites, because you had to be one to end up both. But people will still argue that. They'll still argue that there aren't people that could be born in the wrong body. Of course they can, because that's how we got hermaphrodites. Because some people, it's just, do that make them freaks? No. It's just a part of life. Giving birth to a child, making a body inside your body is a lot on your body. That's why so many women pass giving birth. You know how many women die on the delivery table? Lots of them. Every day. Every single day. They need to stand together, not divided. No. And like, you look at some of these YouTubers, what they trying to do is divide. They showing you division. Division never won. Because no matter what we do, when we divide, we separate them. We're grouping. So think about it. When you divide numbers, when you get done, you got a number on top that tells you how to split them up by that number. We're divided. I'm not trying to divide you. I'm trying to bring you together. I'm trying to say, hey, even if I don't like this, then I stay away from this. I don't do this. But there's a lot of people, I can't stand drug addicts if they addicted to something. Worry about your addiction. Fix that. Because America is an addicted place. Somebody addicted to something. Shopping. PORN. They're addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. They're addicted to narcotics. This is an addicted country. They pump us. And then here's another thing I want to know. What are they feeding us? That we are the only country that got this much illness. Nobody else. We all got the same bodies, everything else. But no country suffers from all obesity, cancer, STDs, WCs, Fubly B's. You're like, what is going on here? And then the FDA is making hand over fist. Money. They telling about all these illegals that's out here, but they don't want to talk about all the 10 cities we got with Americans out here. They bailed out a country and it got worse. How? How, Sway? But that's just my opinion, John. I try not to go that way with people, because then people think I'm trying to say something about them and their political stand. I'm not. I'm just saying, at the end of the night, will your political stand make this country better or make it better for you? And most of them want it just better for them, and then wonder why the country's still suffering, because the country told us, if you this, we'll help you then, and if you that. So if we're doing for the Democrats, that means everybody else suffering. If we're doing for the Republicans, everybody else. That's not good. That's not good. Because whether you believe it or not, the government is the reason why people decide how they decide. You know, we can blame, or we can say, oh, the Democrats got all these pots where they doing this. No. That was built when it was built by the Republicans. That whole pot, food stamps, all that was built by the Republicans. And remember, the Republicans used to be blacks. That's what the Republican Party used to be. The so-called, what we call the Democratic Party. That's not something Danny made up. Hey, Kat. Ooh, I hope they win again today. Yes. Always. So like I said, that's what we have to know. So I want something better for the people. I look at in my country what they do to women, and women, we still on the back seat. The whole Roe versus Wade told that. And I'm going to honestly tell you, I have never done that. That doesn't make me better than any woman who has. And I never was a big supporter. Once upon a time, I was really actually completely against it, until someone I know had a tubal pregnancy, and that was the only thing they could do. And so I realized that there are many women who are in situations where this is what they had to do. So, like I said, that when it comes to that, I don't want to argue with people about it, because I don't want them to think that I'm okay in it, because I was a person, and I'm not downing someone because they did it. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not. And so, but as women, the problem is that everything we have to do, someone's telling us. And we are the voice to the country. Just, I'm sorry. Women are it. That's why they keep us in a back burner. Because they like, oh, well, don't let them stand like we need them to. I need them standing behind that man. I stand beside the man. I stand beside my king, not behind him. Right. Yes. Jealousy and envy reign. Yes. They never want to see you get ahead. Exactly. That's true. Greed. Think about it. I always say, think about it. When John Lennon got banned from America, it was because he was telling people to go vote. He was telling the 18-year-olds, you should be, them 17-year-olds turning 18, said, you want to end the war, vote. Vote against it. And they were mad about it. They were mad about it. Most people, when you look at them in history, they were trying to put us together. They promote the ones that pulled us apart. They still reign. Come on. They just let us know on the news recently that the skinheads have come from underground. They've been underground for years. They have come out and are openly saying, hey, I'm here. We had one 2 months ago. Y'all didn't hear. Y'all always hear about the gang shooting in Chicago. Well, let me tell y'all something. 2 months ago, right on the west side of Chicago, a skinhead was standing on top of a building with a rifle, threatening to shoot black women and black babies. Yeah, they had to take him off that. That didn't make national news. Why? You know why? because then it don't promote it. It don't. It only they want to promote what they want you to know. So they say if we tell you that Chicago killing each other, we don't want to let you know that there was a whole skinhead living in the city for almost 20 years. What do you think he was in that city doing? There are probably homicides that he's connected to over the last 20 years in that area. He wasn't a real skinhead. He was an acting skinhead. An acting skinhead. You could be a fake one. To me, if you out there pumping hate like that, you're not a fake one. You're a real one. We shouldn't be covering that up. We shouldn't be covering that up. They've come from underground. The man in Dallas was he had manifestos of hatred. He was a skinhead. They can't even tell me his real race. He was affiliated. That's hatred. I don't like hatred. I don't care who's doing it. If somebody come on here right now and tell me I hate white people so much, I want them all dead because they did what they did to us, I tell them they wrong. I tell them they wrong. Because in every march we ever marched, you better believe it was ones who knew what was going on was wrong, and they marched. They died for it. They got beat up for it. They got ostracized for it. Those are facts. So I can't put everybody in one bubble, though I used to. Don't put me in one bubble. Because every time you name what blacks are doing bad, you better name what we built for this country that without us you wouldn't have. Hold on, son. Oh, Jesus. Oh, guys, wait. I know what's going to happen. Shit. Hold on. Come on, Nino.
Sorry, guys. We'll have to come in here. Sorry. Y'all know, I don't know why y'all do this. If you go live, your laptop never lasts. But because I came in here, I unplugged it and I told myself, bring the plug. And then I still didn't bring it. Follow your first mind, y'all. Sure.
Bye, Just Danny. Don't come up on my chat trying to start stuff. Hey, Heidi, sorry, this other heifer came up on my chat. I had to get her up off of here. I know she looked just like me, but she wasn't me. I think that's who y'all might have been talking to for a while because I'm here. Yes, in metropolitan cities. That's scary. Because, honey, Lord knows the biggest place they were in little, Tennessee houses, a lot of them. Every time they did an FBI raid, where was it at? So we know where a lot of, but no, they are in metropolitan, living amongst people they so-called hate. This man lived over there for almost 20 years. And the only reason I heard about it, because our news wasn't even pumping it like that. The only reason I heard about it is because my granddaughter, where she stays at, houses young mothers, and they helping them, you know what I'm saying? So she got into that program, which is a blessing. And she got into that program, but that program is located in the city of Chicago. And it's located in a predominantly Black and Hispanic neighborhood. They got a couple of Hispanic, but it's more Black than it's anything. But this man lived there. And how he finally, when he snapped, because we're going to call it snapping, he got on the roof. Where he's located is across the street from where my granddaughter lived. So they had to have these girls stay inside because really when he was targeted, that's what he wanted to kill, those Black mothers and those children. And he was literally screaming it from the top of his building. And they were talking him off the roof. Our police didn't come in and say he's a threat to society. They didn't come in and say, you know what, some of these M's we done counted over here might have been him. Because any man who was on the roof trying to 187 children should be a threat to this country, period. Because if one of us got up on there, and I mean, come on, DC Sniper, we still got to hear about he was black. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all, we got to stop. Hate is hate. I'm not with none of it. I'm not with anybody pulling up on people as they coming out of grocery stores. I'm not with that, period. That is a fear to this whole country to me. I mean, that's how I look at it. Well, I can't even lie. When we first got the call, people went that way. Because one thing it is, this is 2023. If you think you're going to be standing on the roof saying something like that across the room, across the street from a place that houses 100 women and children, I will not go. No one's going to go here. Black, white, or indifferent. We're not going. Because one thing you can say about Chicago, we segregated, but we will come together when you come out here and act a fool. Let's look at what's going on with this immigration out here. The people are saying, wait, one thing we got to be comment up in here is that this isn't right. We got tent cities here and you're not housing us. We got Americans here who cannot get food and you're passing out link cards. We're going to stand. I'm going to stand. Like I said, some of y'all going to sit around and complain from your couch, and I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand. And that's the one thing you better know about every great leader, including all of them, any race, even JFK, all the great ones. They paid their life to stand for you. You better know that. It costs a pretty penny here in this country to stand because we're built on division. And they are afraid of anybody who is going to tell you the truth. They are afraid of the truth because we are built on a lie. The first lie was how we're called Americans, but we celebrate Christopher Columbus for finding it. We started lying. We sitting here talking immigration when America was built on bringing ships of people in from everywhere. We've been doing this. But everybody want to act like it's brand new. Oh, I'm going to blame this president. How about just blame the world, the country? It was built like this. Yes, and that's all I thought. It's across the street from my baby with so much love in her heart is a man with so much hate. But I thank God he's gone. I thank God he's gone. I do. Don't know what happened in the crossing of them taking him out. So I don't know if they took his life or they took it because they hushed that shit around here like it didn't happen. But then they'll go tell y'all all over from state to state how many homicides happen in Chicago. They don't tell you how we monthly have police killing people. They're not going to pump that to you. They're not going to pump that one of the biggest gangs in my city are the police. Matter of fact, I could be attacked for just telling you that. And not by my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, real life. I'd rather die for a great reason. I'd rather die standing. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Real talk. I would. And I'd rather know when I was gone that there was somebody who's going to hear that story and know. But see, you got to know when people go like that, they try not to tell you their story. That's why when they tell Martin Luther King's story, they'd rather tell you that once upon a time he was a womanizer. They tell you all that part. But they will not tell you that he had his jaw broken so many times. He was beat so many times by white police officers that by the time he died, he had turned the other cheek. And he had become violent. Martin Luther King. He was no longer singing that, let's turn the other cheek. Because every time I turn the other cheek, they break my other jaw. Martin Luther King had his jaw broke several times. Just going out to bring unity. Because he was a threat. Malcolm X, who was by any means necessary, when he died, he finally realized there were white Muslims. That Allah loved people who believed in Allah. And he wanted to not be violent anymore. They're not going to tell you that. And it's factual. And it's factual that every leader that ever passed, in my opinion, the government was with it. They helped it happen. That's sad to me. Because it tells me y'all don't want us united. You want us segregated. Just like when we hear about Medgar Evers, something people never tell you about was there was this black and white guy who were going all through Florida to get people registered to vote. Do y'all hear me? They were going through Florida, and they went through a back part of Florida where they never came back, neither one of them. And the white one, they tortured the most because he was standing up for black people. They're never gonna tell you that part in the fight of voting. They're not gonna tell you all the people of white, because that was the one they're gonna say. They're not gonna count the other ones that stood, that died for it. My grandmother lived in Louisiana, and back in the day, and one of the people that helped their family when they could have lost their whole, they had they sort by their own people burned down because they was helping this black family. So we live in a country that has always tried to divide us. They want us to hate each other. They want us to think one's better than the other. They want us to. I refuse, because I've seen bad on both sides. I mean, terrible on both sides. I've seen great on both sides. You know? No one can ever, like for me, you could never tell me black people are the biggest killer in this country when the biggest killer in this country has always been the same race. And they're one of the biggest killers in other countries too. So that's scary. Y'all keep telling me black people killing each other. And y'all scared of that. But you're not scared of people that's killing everybody? You should be scared of killers. That's what I tell people. I don't like killers. Stop telling me which killers you like. Tell me you don't like killers. Tell me you don't like people who took people's life. I'll agree with you. Whatever their circumstances were. Mm-hmm. Stand up. You can. I always tell people, I will never be saying, oh, white people, I need y'all to jump up and say this for black people. No, I need you when you're around your friends of your same race and they do any of that ignorant, stand then. Tell them that's not funny. That's not cute. All black people ain't that. That's the stand. That's when you stand. Because you could come root it with me all day, but I need you to stand. Like I said, I had friends when Trayvon Martin died that would refuse to put a comment in your thing because they didn't want their friends to think that they were siding against a white man. I'm dead ass. And I said, why are you that ignorant? Wrong is wrong. Let me tell you something. If Trayvon Martin would have been blonde hair and blue eyed, I'd had the same stance for him. I would have still went out in my parades with my hood on. That's a fact. When there's a school shooting, I don't say, oh, well, ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing than my kids. What don't happen? Because it ain't never happened in our schools. Ain't never been in the history of a school shooting ever have they went into an all black or all Mexican school and just blah, 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 and it was one of them. Now they just did it over there in Texas because the school was predominantly Hispanic. But once again, but I still don't judge all. I say, oh my God, here come a young, oh, he's definitely gonna be. No, I don't treat people like that. After Columbine, everybody was scared of any white boy you saw with long hair and a trench jacket. But I had seen kids like that before Columbine, and they weren't doing nothing. So why am I afraid of them now? Why? I'm afraid of the ones actually doing it. I'm not making everybody what they are because they happen to be the same color. That's ignorance. Mm-hmm. What am I Joe doing? Oh, congratulations! Congratulations, Grandma to be. Congratulations. It made all of this world worth it to me. The thought if I could have never seen them makes me think that I lost. So they are a blessing. And I do better for them. Because let me tell y'all something. When I think of my interracial grandchildren, I don't even think about that part. Like, that doesn't cross my mind. The love I have for their mothers don't cross my mind. They skin tone, it cross my mind that God gave them my grandchild and they love on them. And they're doing their best, and it wasn't by accident. So for that, God didn't make no mistake for me there. You know? But now, 15 years ago, I probably wouldn't have had nothing to do with them. Because I would have been afraid that one day they would have hated us because we were black. The ignorance we live inside of. Racism is ignorance. And I can admit I've been ignorant before. And I used to tell people, black people cannot be racist to their oppressor. But I was racist to other races too. So, been there, done that, got better. You know what I'm saying? Got better. How can you talk about the other side? You never been there. You could talk about how you wouldn't, but I've been there. I know what the other side looked like. And I know how it wasn't empowering us like it should have because it was holding you stagnant in a country, in a world that is ran by the people you are trying to avoid. They own everything. Even when we own something, they buy it out from us. We silent owners. Think about it. A lot of people don't know that when Bill Gates and them started Microsoft, it was three of them. One was a black man. One was a black man. Mm-hmm. It was a black man. And people argue that down. They bought them out. Starbucks, one of its original starters. But they don't, it's the lies your teacher gonna tell you. Half the things we use in this world, we did it. We helped build this nation. And then people still be talking about what we did wrong, but talk about what we did right. Talk about how we weren't taking each other's life at all. And we were forced to attack each other, to hate on each other, to divide from each other. Because they couldn't stand the love we had for each other. They don't want to see that America. They love us. We are so separated in my own, I'm going to speak on mine. And they love it. They love it. I mean, I love mine all good, bad, and indifferent. The bad ones make me be better. So that's it. Mm-hmm. It makes a difference in your circle. It does. It does. And if you look around and your circle has that much hate, then you got to ask yourself when you had it too, because you was okay with it. And then one day you might see it and you didn't see it before. I know blacks who will not deal with whites at all, in no form or fashion. But I also know those are blacks that will have no respect for my grandkids. That means we cannot have anything to do with each other. Because I stand on what I say. I love my grandchildren. So if that's the biggest example I got to know that I will not judge them for what the world told me all people were, because they're not. They are humans. And I see them for that. I see them for that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Congratulations, Joe. Mm-mm-mm. But like I said, together we'll come together. Like that's how we win. And like I said, I'm just one of those people. I'm not judging nobody. Oh, you over the chat watching the BS? Oh, that mean you messy? No, it just mean you was watching it just like I was. That's how I saw you there. People think because they got a reason. Well, I was watching it because I want to see if they said something about me, but you was watching it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why I make sure I'm so glad that my grandchildren are taught the love and the value and the respect of where they come from, their roots. So my Italian, Ava Juice is half Italian. Okay. But now the thing is, if we really dig into it, but she's Italian. And so with that, they teach her that. You know what I mean? And I embrace that because I embrace her. And I want her to be in love with who she is, what she comes from, and the fights, the struggles, or whatever that these people came to where she is today. I want her to embrace that. You understand me? My other granddaughter's half Polish. I embrace that. I embrace that. And we still embrace her heritage from being black. We don't deny it on either side. So on both sides, we don't hesitate also to let them know that we'll teach it to you too. I'll teach you things about being Italian too, because I want you to know I love it too, and I want to learn with you, so I can respect it with you. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Period. That's it. And I love them. I couldn't imagine them being any other kid than who they are. And I'm grateful. I am grateful. I love you too. Let me tell you something. I went to Dallas, Texas in 2018. And I went to a plantation in Dallas. It's no longer, still a plantation because all plantations, see, what we have to understand is plantations weren't originally made for you to slave people. So there were plantations everywhere. But because of what was going on in America, let's just speak America right now, most plantations housed the slaves because they had enough room for all these people. And then they did the labor and the work. Once again, when we talk about how it was built, you get richer by having free labor. That's why you have illegals working everywhere in big companies. Sadly, but true. And and so when I went to this plantation, I learned a lot at the plantation. So the original plantation owners, the original man who owned the plantation and his family, he was very racist. He definitely hated everybody. Anyway, his granddaughter was different. And on that same plantation that once housed, hung, had slaves, it's the same place where they do things for refugees. They give funding to schools, to minorities, Mexican, Black, it doesn't matter. But they definitely, she started that. She changed the name with that because their money. They got land all over Dallas. A quarter of Dallas they own, their family name. But the reason people aren't going to sit in Dallas and talk about it is because since she came, that ain't what that plantation was known for no more. And I know people who in companies who work for refugees and help those type of people in Dallas who go there because her organization has so many, what do you call it, that help, people that, all these philanthropists who put money in it. So anyway, when I went there to speak with my son, when we did a documentary and we're speaking about, equality and all this stuff, I gave my speech. One of the questions that constantly was asked to me on that speech was, do I judge people by color? And I told him, oh, hell yeah, I used to. I don't anymore. Because I work with children. I work with disabled people. I work with elderly. And that means you work with all races in that. Like, so I work with white people, Black people, Asians, whatever. And I have to show them all the same love. When I'm with your kid, I can't be thinking I like your kid, but at the end of the day, he white. I ain't got nothing to do with me. That's his blood. He's your baby. And I want to make sure you pick him up the same way you dropped him off. And I want to make sure while he was in my presence, he got love. So much love. I'm taking the kids used to think they was my family. I just think these were my kids. I got kids I kept from the time they were 7 weeks old to 5 years old who still hit me to the day. Every time they go to their first day of school, they're not going to miss to tell Miss Danny Merry Christmas. And they older. And some of them, they tell me, my son is in love with women who look. He in love with Black women. Because he loved you. For real, that they don't forget you. They loved me. They didn't love me because I was Black. They loved me because I loved them. And I tell all my babies, y'all have heard this story on here. I don't make this up. Go ask anybody I ever kept a kid. Would I bring one of them on here and I'll tell you, when my babies get old enough, they say, Miss Danny, your hair different. Miss Danny, your skin is different than mine. You know what I tell them? Put your hand here. And I'm going to put my hand on your heart. That's where we the same. When you close your eyes, all you're going to hear is my heartbeat. That's where we are the same. That we are really the same. When we take this off, this is a shell. When you take my shell off, what is my spirit? What is my soul? What does my heart tell you? Then judge that. Judge that. Judge that. Judge me for that. The content of my character. That's why y'all get mad on here when I'm telling y'all about people, because they show me the content of their character. And y'all want me to keep judging them on some other stuff. No, I'm going to hold them for that. They say if you lie, you steal. If you steal, you'll kill. That's what they say. And if you look at most killers, once upon a time, they was a liar. Then they was a thief. And if they didn't go to stealing, they started stealing lives. So they were stealing it anyway. Like, you show me who you are, I believe you. I'm not making excuses. Like, you throwing the N-word around. I'll be saying, no, you just said it because you used to saying it. That's why most people saying it. They used to saying it. Just like all the black people who will not call white people. They only gonna call them C's, which means the one who whips, who cracks the whip. Don't let nobody be calling you a slave master, whipping black people till their skin come off. That's not nothing cute. They ain't talking saltines, sweetie. It's very insulting. It means you're a racist. It means that your ancestors beat mine, hung mine. I ain't here for none of your racial slurs. I don't want to hear you calling Mexicans out there now. None of them. Because even if I don't like every illegal that's in here, I don't. And that don't mean just Mexican. If I don't like every illegal that's in here and I don't like that big companies still got them working for them, acting like they don't like all of them, but they like some of them, I don't like it. But I'm not going to disrespect those race. So I'm not going to disrespect the Mexicans that are here. This is their soil. They built it too with us. They've been having them whipped on their back too. I hate racism. I do. It's ignorance. It's hatred. And it's so funny that people be like, you selling yourself out. Because why? Because I don't want to be like all the losers who've been doing stuff that ain't helped this country do nothing. If racism had helped this country, I'd be with it 100%. It didn't. It has destroyed this country. It has caused us to have a whole civil war within our country. That divided us right there. It divided us. Black people was all in the South after the Civil War. They was losing their land because they was getting out of there. Because they knew that y'all ain't even freed all the slaves, but yet the whole nation running around cheering for y'all. When it'd be another few years before you freed everybody. But the paperwork said y'all freed everybody that same day. But one of the most famous racist jokes ever made back in the day was, what did the North slave say to the South slave when they ran into each other? Don't go that way. But it's people that'll tell you the blacks was treated better in the North. Just like it's people that say the house slave was treated good. What foolishness are you living in? I didn't know being hard was good. Because not one of those women openly wants to have a relationship with their master. I didn't know when getting the scraps of the food they didn't want was good. Oh, because you got to eat. You know why black people eat chitlins and stuff? Because they used to throw them the intestines. They threw them the stuff nobody wanted, and they learned how to make something out of it. And they got mad. They said, no matter what we do to these people, they keep rising. In a country that's been trying to keep their foot in their neck the whole time. But you brought the original black people to this world. Like, they weren't here. They were chilling. They was chilling. Kings and queens. We was chilling. And you brought us somewhere and said, not only will we not give you a crown, we're going to make you the worst thing here. People be like, why would you take a knee? Do y'all listen to the words in that thing? They still talking about slavery, so how's that for me? If in the words you still talking about people slaves, ding, 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 who you think was the slaves? Ding, 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 ding. So you ain't talking to nobody who was still enslaved when y'all wrote these words. But I'm wrong if I don't want to sing them. You want me to pledge allegiance to a flag that when it was made said I wasn't shit? But I still love the flag because it represents the country that I love. I still love America. I still don't want to live anywhere else. So please know when I'm saying this is not a hatred in my bone for this country. It's an understanding for why people act the way they do. They don't know about it. They are living in a box of what somebody told them. That's it. Yeah. Like I said, they'll have you thinking, just like right now, I was discussing that with somebody today, like they'll have you thinking blacks just became Republicans. You know how many black Republicans it is? Any of them that's making money. It's a lot of blacks making money. They all Republicans. You know why? Because everything under that act is for anybody with money. They don't need the stuff for the broke people because they ain't broke. Business owners mostly are Republicans. You should be whatever you are that works for you. But you should know that somehow we got to have something that works for everybody when whoever's in office, so that half the country ain't losing. Because if one of us are always losing, then that means we all lost. Mm-hmm. Right. And there'll be people who'll be like, well, the house slave was treated so good. Good next to what? Do you know how they breeded slaves? They would take women with big, wide hips and big, tall men, and they would bleed them. They would make the men, they would force the men to sleep with her, run trains on her, so that she can get pregnant and have this big baby that could help do more labor, lift more work. What? Then you wonder why we divided from the man? You turned them against us. Do you know how many back in the day slaves, when their wife was there or something like that, they fought for, they died for her? They said, man, these dudes, just like when you watch the Kunta Kinte story, they couldn't shake him. And nobody really gets the message that no matter how much they beat him, he wouldn't let go of who he was. And he actually comes from the Mandingo tribe. The Mandingo tribe in Africa is where Kunta Kinte comes. But they're never going to tell you it's the Mandingo tribe. Because if they tell you, you go look into the Mandingo tribe, you'll understand why he was so strong in who he was. And how he would die to celebrate what he was. You weren't going to take, he was going to be Kunta. Did you know that most of us got our names? Even some of us, we still run around your last name Smith. I guarantee you came from an owner who was a Smith. So how do they tell us they got our heritage when my last name came from a master? So generations are following the name of their master. So how they get you back? So when they're doing your whole going into history, they're going to look back. So if your family, how they know it is because they last name. They put all this in books, but it seems like everybody ain't reading what they need to be reading. These are all facts of your country. So how'd you find me when the only name you know me as is the name I got from my master? Because when he bought me, them paperwork just show what ship I came off of. So they know I came from the continent of Africa. They don't know where from. So they be making up shit. Oh, Nigerian, Swahili, Babubi. Just like, how do all these immigrants come in and they happen to know who had diseases? Were y'all giving them full physicals? Will you say, oh, you illegal, but hold on, let me give you a full physical? Because y'all not even full physical in Americans. How do they know? Who's giving them the charts? Do they have doctors running through these ships giving out tests? I'll wait. Somebody give me an answer. And how come neither one of these parties really ever stand up to stop this? They both let it go on. But somebody want to throw their fist in the air about it. Like, your party is messing the air. They do the same thing the elite too. The elite run them too. First of all, you know that every president is supposed to be a Freemason, right? One of the keys to being a president is supposed to be you're a Freemason, which means you're already under a program. And you're not even a part of the Masons. Like, I know Masons. Those Masons that are the presidents are a whole elite different part of the Masonry. But see, if you start saying that, they'll get mad. They'll get mad. I know Masons. I know plenty of Masons with many degrees in their Masonry. I know Eastern Stars. The president, every one of them, is a one of those Freemasons, the highest of the Masonry. So they're under order, baby. And if you don't know that, you don't know what country you live in. You're fooling yourself. Just like you fool yourself when you go to court and think the prosecutor and that both sides don't work together. Oh, they do. Your lawyer sitting up in there acting like he's fighting against this person, but when they go hang out at the bars or the places where they hang out together, they hang out together. And they sit and talk with each other about the deal you need to make that'll help them both. That works for them both. So really, they're not working with you. They're working with each other. So stop fooling yourself. If you think doctors will ever stop letting disease come through here and getting us on all this medication and make all this money, then you must be crazy. It's more. How are we funded? What are we funded through? Y'all know what we funded through. All these things I just named. How sick we are, how dependent we are on drugs and alcohol. Think about it. Liquor was illegal. Tobacco was growing on the streets. They hated it. Then they said, wait a minute, let's get up in there and make some money off of it. Once upon a time, when you went to the hospital, they gave you heroin. They didn't get baby methadone. They was giving you pure. These are facts. These are facts. In the 90s in suburbia, they used to have what's called a pill party. These kids were literally going into their parents' cabinet in the 90s, grabbing all the medications their mama was on, daddy was on, whoever. It didn't matter what medication was. They bring a bunch of them, they put them in a thing, and kids were just, y'all don't believe it, go look it up. Kids were overdosing all through suburbia on their parents' medication. We live in a world that is dependent. But we got the key, y'all. Holistic drugs, natural stuff has helped people. Think about your grandparents. They didn't go to the doctor and take all this medicine. Some of them use, what was one of the big ones? Aloe vera plants. You know what I'm saying? This is how we made it. Yes, yes, yes. Please, thank you. And you are in the field. I have some family members that are definitely in the medical field. And one of the things that they continue to pump is what is going on, and it's because they see it firsthand. So some of them worked in these great hospitals, and some worked in what you call not good ones, wherever these not good ones were, and they watched what they were doing to your people, our people, because we are all people. We are Americans. What we stand behind is that flag, which makes us one. So really, I don't want to hear about the blacks of this. We are red, white, and blue. If you want to hear me say something, tell me you red, white, and blue. Tell me you that. I don't want to hear nothing else. We this tiny. All these other countries, even poorer countries, they bigger than us. We this tiny, and we could be something so big, but we so divided here. We so divided here. It's sad to me. And I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to go on like political stuff because I worry, like when we talk about this stuff, how many people are going to swear that it's some pity party you're throwing. No, the struggle's on all of us. One thing I saw during the pandemic was how when it hits the storm, because see, I didn't live through the depression and stuff. I didn't live through that. But what I saw was when this country was in need, we all get hurt. We all were losing. We all were suffering. We all were petrified. September 11th, we all were petrified. Who wasn't scared? Once again, my government letting the enemy. Y'all telling me how y'all was getting letters months before that this was gonna happen. Y'all telling me that when they had the first attack years before on the Twin Towers, that was almost a test run to see if it was really built sturdy enough to take but he had to hit it from the top. I've been raised to believe, especially after Pearl Harbor, that nothing can come into our airspace unwanted. But I watched it. Did y'all watch the news? Because we watched it. We actually watched it happen. And like I tell people, somebody put in my chat, this is something America let happen. You ain't got to tell me that. I've been screaming that since it happened. Nothing can happen in America unless our government allows it. Nothing. Nothing. So when you tell me 100,000 immigrants came in on a ship, who owns the ship? The Democrats? No, they don't. You told me that the owner of Google just bought a Russian ship in Mexico. You told me Temu is allowing us to ship from China. That's not the people. Because the people would say no. They would say, well, we never want Temu here. If they knew in the beginning. But once you start, we Americans, you give us something cheaper, we for it. Shit, we don't care where it's coming from, okay? We're like, hey, did you say? That's $2.99? I need 700 of them. That's America. American. We're American. I'm proud to be American because I was born in the USA. I was born in the USA. I was Born in the USA. And I'm going to stand on that. Can't nobody take that from me. I ain't coming no ship. My mama ain't coming to ship. My grandma ain't coming to ship. My great-grandma ain't coming to ship. Right? In fact, they from Louisiana. Born in Louisiana. So if you want to talk to me about my great, if you want to talk about them people, then can we talk about your great? No, because they don't want to go there. Don't bring up my greats. I gotta say your greats ain't come from here. Neither did yours. You're Italian, they ain't come from here. Italians weren't born in America. They're born in Italy. Everybody who here, you brought them here. When they were in conflict in their country, or you brought them here. And you labeled them. They use our hard-earned money against us. They do, Susan. It's a fact. Hey, John. Good morning. Good afternoon, y'all. It's afternoon, Annie. It's afternoon. But I love how intelligent everyone is in here. That we can actually hold conversations that usually get people to fighting with each other. That's what they want you to do. They want you, as soon as you bring up politics, everybody start fighting. As soon as you bring up race, everybody start fighting. We can talk. I can hold a conversation with anybody who can hold a conversation. If you want to attack a race, go do that first. I just don't feel like it. I can talk about what happened and not attack y'all. Hold on, my son is showing me something. My son at church this morning. Well, he was at church this morning, so he doesn't. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. I didn't even hear my phone go off that many times. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me a. Thank you, ambulance. I didn't even see that. Thank you. She sent me a cash app. Thanks, sis. Hey, Addie's mom. Happy PJJ Pajama Jimmy Jam Sunday. But yeah, y'all, like I said, so I love people. I love my American people, straight up, because I know that the truth of the matter is, even if you didn't have what I went through in life, you've gone through something as an American. So one thing I know about the women, whether you black, you white, you Hispanic, you Asian, no matter what you are, if you're a native, if you're an indigenous, if you're any race as a woman, we have been exploited and sexualized all over the world. We have been abused and had to have rights to protect our private areas. That they couldn't just be given to your brother, your uncle, your cousin, whoever. They have sexualized us in every way. That's why you got women out here going to change. I need the biggest boobs so they can see me. I got to sexualize myself. Thank you. Colleen with the K, when'd you get in here, sis? Hey, sis. I go do my Sam's Club haul next weekend. Y'all know I got to every 4 months do my Sam's Club haul. Oh my goodness. And then in between, I might stop by to go get some salmon. But y'all know I'm a big Sam's Club fan, but Costco, Sam's Club, I love them both. I love a good old Costco. And Costco got some things my Sam's Club don't have. Let me find out. They're trying to get me to shop up in Costco, y'all. Let me find out. Yes, thank you, sis. But yeah, y'all, like I said, so I love that we can come in here and hold a real conversation with each other. And I love that when we're talking with each other, what I know, because I feel the energy, you all aren't people who would do that. So even if you knew somebody who did it, I know people who've done wrong, and I've loved people who've done wrong. But what am I? Because when I go up to answer to whoever y'all believe is your God, but there's only one. There's not, it's not like in Rome when they got all the Hercules, all these gods. It's not all these gods fighting for the kingdom. It's one. It's one. And to me, the Son is the God. because it's the one thing that without we all will perish. It is the one thing that rises all over the world. It's the one thing that takes 365 days to circle and touch every part of this world where you see it. So if I tell people there's only one God in the sky, just like there's only one sun in the sky. So when the truth is, when I go to my judgment, he's not going to ask me nothing about nobody. He's not going to say, girl, what was Claudia doing on them streets? What your twin sister do? None of it. I have to answer for my heart. Not even what I just did, where my heart was when I did it. Because I could be doing what I call good things, but my heart is evil. What was my heart? My heart, like any person who can so-called get messages from God or read into the future. One of the things that is a blessing that I know is true even in my worst days, they all told me your heart is for real. The value of you sits right there in your heart. That's where it's at. Even though sometimes you let the scars of life make you not show that and be afraid to give the love. Now I'm just at a place where I'm who I am and I don't care what people think. This is how I was made. I can't say how you was made, but this is how I was made. And this is who I have to be. My son love to text me while I'm lying. You know, not even tell my son, God is not the church. He is in your heart. He is what carry you when you would normally give up. He is what holds you when you already quit. He lives inside of you every day. And all he wants you to know is he's there. That he's never going to forsake you. And no one's ever going to love you like he does. He is the love that is in you that will make you love you. As long as you know that, nobody can take God from you. Can't stand all these people telling me who God loves. He told you that? God stopped and told you he hate me? God stopped and told you he hate gays, but he live in love? No, he told you these are the things. All the sins he put in these Bibles y'all reading, they're still going on in the world today. Sodom and Gomorrah were gay. It didn't just start. The Sodom and Gomorrah's camp was also one of the camps that refused to crucify Jesus, if you believe in him. So like I was saying, hey, y'all worried about everybody else, worry about yourself. Worry about what you leave on this world. What's your legacy going to be if you leave tomorrow? If you leave tomorrow, will your family be explaining what you didn't do because it looks like you was the worst person? That's all I care about is what am I going to leave? If my kids come turn on my lives, are they going to see one of the lives I'm saying do this and the other live I'm saying total opposite? Are they going to see me doing the opposite of what I say? Because we all fighting the same world. Your conscience. That's God. I believe that. Just like when you ever people say, I should have followed my first mind, that was God. But see, God doesn't make you decide. He gives you free will. All times. But he's going to whisper, hey, make a left. And you going to fight with him. Now I'm going to make a right because I always go to the right. And you're going to say, okay. Then you'll go to the right, and whatever happens from that, know that the voice before that first mind was him. Because he sees all. And all he want to do is protect you. I had the world made me believe that God hated us. Oh, you got kids out of wedlock, like he hates you. Oh, you this, oh, you that. But why don't anybody ever think if he made the Virgin Mary Jesus' mother, maybe he was trying to tell you that you never know where the gods are going to come from. You never know who's birthing the gods. That maybe, but nobody saw that. If you ain't the Virgin Mary, you just a skanky hoe. Even with the old girl with the sky, and I'm not no Bible dumper, but the things that stuck out that bring peace to my spirit are stories that you got to listen to. Think about the story of old girl that they was all sitting around ready to stone her to death. Another woman, they was ready to stone her to death because she was a skanky, a cheater. They caught her right in the act, and they was ready to take her down. Then Jesus walked in the room and said, "Hold on. Before we do anything, how about this? Whoever ain't living in sin, you go and cast that first stone. But when he got finished, everybody realized we all living in sin. We were born in sin. You ain't better than me. I'm not better than you. Love, peace, and humanity. Exactly. Exactly, Addie's mom. Mm-hmm. Right, and they say God isn't fair. Because they say if you believe in a God, you know he could change anything at any second, but just because he doesn't mean he didn't love you. It means this was what you were here for. You might not know it now. Because the one thing he told us was none of us have the promise of tomorrow. Not one of us. So every day you rise, you better rise. That's what I had to start realizing. He gave me another day. Hey, y'all, I ain't saying shake it off, but I'm saying get up and do something. Love on you. If you can't get up, love on you. And know that even through my circumstances, I still got this little heart. So I think about it. There's some people in here, not just in the room. I don't mean in the room right this minute, just subscribers I have. And I know for a fact they're in a hospital bed or they're in their home bed. But they'll come in this chat and they giving out love where you wouldn't even think they were sick. You think they was somewhere skipping down the street, loving life and everything it was. But some of them been sick their whole life. And they still got a heart. To me, y'all, that's the beauty of humans. There's some of the people that are the most beautiful people. If you knew their story, baby. If you knew their story, you would wonder, how could they even be nice? How could they love in a world that's hating them forever? Thank you, Daisy girl. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, God punishes us. He definitely does. He definitely does. But God doesn't say, okay, you ain't listening to me. I'm taking your mommy and daddy, and that's what that ain't no God. What thing loves me so much it wants to hurt me? But they say he a jealous God because he wants you to know that when you couldn't, I carried you. When you quit, I walked for you. I spoke for you. That day you was in that car and you could barely see, I drove for you. I don't get in my car. I don't give a damn. Even when I used to drink, I didn't get in my car and not tell Jesus to take the wheel. Cover this vehicle in your blood. For real. Take it. It's on you. And no matter what happened, because I've only had like 2 car accidents in my life, and I've been driving since I was 16. And in those 2 accidents, at the end of the night, I ended up with a better car. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I had a bad car, but the way, because my insurance is good, everything was paid off. I didn't worry. I went straight into rentals. You get what I'm saying? There was blessing, so it could have been worse. I wasn't injured. One of my kids was in the car. Nobody injured. Nobody in the other car injured. These are blessings. These are vehicles. They could be replaced. I can't replace these people in the car. So that's a blessing, because I know people who've been in car accidents and they never came home. I know people paralyzed because they was in the car. I had cancer of the ovary young. I had cancer of the ovaries young. By the time I was 16 years old, I had 1 ovary and 1 fallopian tube. And my God gave me 3 children and then took my ovary 6 months later to make me no longer able to have any children. And let me tell you something. One, surviving cancer makes you have survivor's guilt when somebody you know or you hear about had the same thing and they didn't make it. When you lose both your ovaries by the time, fallopian tubes by the time you're 21 years old, and you hear about somebody who did that and they didn't have a child, you wonder, why did God grace me? Well, he decided that everybody had a story. He was going to give it to you how it was meant to be. He was going to give you your strength. And if he didn't give me kids, I know one thing he would have gave me. He would have been having a baby be made somewhere that was made for me. That baby was made for me. So that's why I tell you, when I look at adopted parents, I love you. Because there's so many children out here who are at home with their parents that they hate them because they hate themselves. I love the people who stood up and they love on these children. And to me, they no different than me. They're a mother. They're a father. Because there's some people who gave birth or made a kid, and I'm like, there ain't no father or no mother. Straight up. And so, like I said, blessings, blessings. How can I be covered? How did he still give me just enough? Just enough to make it. So, like I said, that's what I tell people. Religious, I'm not. I have nothing against people in a religion. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm very spiritual. It just changes what I see, and I see the spirit. So when your spirit evil, I see it. I feel it because it brings out the evil spirit in me. Because just like good live in you, bad live in you too. And you got to decide. Remember that free will we was talking about, people. What do you choose to do? Yep, you choose to be good or bad. There's not one person who put their hand on a gun and didn't decide to pull the trigger. Period. There has to be a moment in betwixt and tween where there's a decision you have to make. And if you decide to do it, you decided it. Quit blaming everybody else. Quit blaming everybody else. There's somebody out here doing wrong and they gonna tell me they did it because somebody did something to them, but them people didn't do that to you. I've done it. I've done it. When my twin lost her firstborn child, I thought, God, why didn't you just take me? Why didn't you give him a chance? I don't even like this world we live in. Why do you keep having me here to suffer? And I kid you not, I felt like he would always say, it's going to get greater later. And I used to get so mad about that. Because I used to say, I don't think I'm going to make it to later. I don't think I want to be here for later. I remember going into like my third surgery and being under 25 and having my first surgery when I was 14, turning 15. And just remember thinking, like, who do you do this to? What have I done to you? And that's what I told you. One of my clients didn't even know my story. They just looked at me as this great person who took care of their kids. It was just realer than most people. People always said, you seem like you've been here before. Since I was a kid, I feel like you've been here before. You're wiser than your age. Your smile just touched my heart. I was like, oh, wow, because it ain't touching mine. And one day a client gave me a key. The healthcare business that's here in America, but it's funded in. Sorry, it pauses. I paused too. So one of my clients gave me a keychain and it said you were given this life because you're strong enough to live it. I literally went and got that tattooed on me 2 days later because it touched my soul for the first time where I realized no matter what this life was, God got a purpose and I just got to find out what it is for me. And no matter what I think, that's what he got for me to do. And like I said, during the pandemic, during the surgery, God stripped me of everything I called peace. And he told me, it's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and you. Let's have the realest conversation we ever did, and we did. And in that, he told me to see me. And when you can see you, it'll take away all that judgment you got on other people too. You won't be able to judge people when you look in the mirror. Some of y'all got so much judgment, y'all can't even look in the mirror at yourself. You don't have no love for yourself. Angel Eyes, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Happy Pajama Jammy Sunday. We just sitting here chilling, talking about the greatness that is us. Every last one of us have a purpose here. And let me tell you, some of y'all, your purpose is bad. I'm sorry, it just is. It is. There's always going to be a good and an evil, always fighting. But you ain't going to know good exists if you didn't know bad exists. It's just the truth. Thanks God for a spell check. Wait. Oh, you would tell. Girl, I learned to read the statements and know what people meant to say. Because I swear that spell check would be like, that's not what I was saying. That's not the name I was putting in. I was saying fucking raking. Don't tell me I was saying something different. I thought you said ask God for a spell check. I'm gonna say when I was a kid, my grandma used to say, "Ask God for everything." I'd be in the spelling test like, "God, spell that word for me real quick." I'm like, I don't hear no answers. He ain't saying nothing. How come he ain't answer? Grandma said, "Ask him anything, and he'll give it to you." He ain't gave me them. That's why I said spell check. Did you know that I used to ask him to spell them words for me in the spelling test? I hate the spelling test. I just, oh my God, they be using it in a sentence. I'm like, who cares? Like, do y'all want me to say it or spell it? How often am I writing this word? Or is that just me? You guys make me feel so bad. It was just me. That was me doing it. All right, guys, we done hit the 2-hour mark. And because we plan to come back again with each other, I'm not going to hold y'all all day. So I'm going to let y'all go. Get some lunch. Go outside, get some air. If it's still nice up there, hit that pool. Take a walk. Take your dog for a walk. I'm going to take Nino for a walk. I'm going to try to get a confession out of him about that. Because I don't know if some of y'all, see, y'all forget too quick. We was on real life stuff. That's what led us to the world. Saving him. And if y'all see redhead stepchild anywhere, y'all tell him Nino is not innocent. Not for this. Rewind back to the beginning if you didn't see what happened with this. It was real violent. I'm just putting out a warning for everybody. Parental advisory. You don't want to watch that homicide at the beginning of my video. It got real buck wild. It got real buck wild up in here. So I just want to put that disclaimer out at the end to let people know that Nino got real violent, but this is my new client, Fluffy, the shoe. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to go clean all these intestines on my floor. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to take Nino for a walk, get a good confession out of him. I'm going to interrogate the hell out of him on the walk. Get a confession. I might record it. I might not. It depends on if he's saying what I need him to say so I can help get my client out this case because my mama took on the spirit of Johnny Cochran and she's defending Nino full-heartedly. Okay? So she got a dream team together for him and everything. I think redheaded stepchild done called my mama and he part of the dream team. I'm going to find out. Let me find out they're the dream team. Let me find out that redheaded stepchild is Johnny Cochran and my mama is, what's her name? Marsha? What was her name? Y'all know her. Let me find out. Because I want to know who's the Kardashian. I need to know. We'll talk about this later. We will discuss that kind of stuff later. Maybe in one of our legal conversations. I don't know. We might go legal. I'm talking YouTube legal, not real laws. Come on, guys. We follow the YouTube laws around here. This is our country. YouTube. It's YouTube. It's our country. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So I will come back later and hang out with y'all. I'm about to go get me something to eat. Like I said, go interrogate Nino, take him for a walk, drop Fluffy off at the hospital, see if we can get some of his insides back in. And that's what I'm going to do until I come back, and I'm going to get up with y'all maybe about 5, 6. I don't know. But I'll be back later. It's Pajama Jammy Jam. So even if I did 9 hours of live today, we're going to break them down to 3, 4 lives because it ain't going to be 9 in a row. I got an attention deficit. I'm going to lose attention quick. Then I'm going to be sitting here talking to Stuffy. And y'all going to be like, girl, you still live. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I was having more fun over here. Interrogating my client. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Thank y'all for once again showing me that the kingdom holds crowns. Thank you. I love y'all. And I'll see you later. Thank you, moms. Thank you. And anybody, y'all seen Corin's mom? Because I see her, but I didn't see her in here. I'll be looking for her later. I'm watching. Because I have a feeling that she called my mom and redheaded stepchild and told them to defend Nino. I have a feeling. I'm watching her. I am watching. See you guys later. I love you. Love you. Bye. Come on.